Moodus is a part of East Haddam. So yeah, there have been earthquakes here, but not really enough to cause damage. What I am concerned about is what happened further to the south in Washington, D.C., because we do know that there have been reports of some damage in Washington, D.C., and given those reports, I assume that there are some areas that did suffer damage. Though it was 100 miles to the south of Washington, D.C., the epicenter of this earthquake was again in the town of Mineral, Virginia, in central Virginia. We now have Lieutenant Paul Vance from the Connecticut State Police on the phone with us. Lieutenant Vance, have there been any reports of damage from this earthquake in Virginia here in Connecticut?
No, Ryan. Quite frankly, there has been obviously the shaking and possible tremors were felt here in Connecticut, as you've been reporting all over the state. Buildings shook, desks shook, people were concerned. Our 911 boards and troop phones have been flooded with calls, people just inquiring as to what in fact may have occurred. But we have troopers spread out throughout the state. We are fully operational, and as we speak right now, there has been no reports of any damage or injury in our state of Connecticut.
Now, obviously, earthquakes here in Connecticut are very unusual. We get blizzards, we get hurricanes, tornadoes, but what was sort of the reaction at the state police when you started getting these calls? How long did it take you to figure out what exactly this was?
Well, it didn't take long at all. Certainly, one of our divisions was able to be informed right away of what had occurred down in the Virginia, Washington, D.C. area. But our report, what we felt was important to ensure that we were fully operational and we could respond to any emergencies that might occur in our state, and we are spread out. But the governor has activated the Emergency Operations Center as a precautionary measure. And again, right now, everything is under control. There are no reports of damage. There is no injury. And we're going to continue to monitor the situation and work with the Emergency Operations Center.
Now, I assume in a situation like this, the Emergency Operations Center being open is a good test run for if something more serious were to happen in Connecticut. Sort of explain how the EOC works, and for something like this, I assume by tomorrow we'll sort of be looking at this as a run-through, a little training exercise.
Well, certainly this is the part of state government that the governor activates when we feel that there are